Welcome back to the scene of the crime. We've got a tough one today. We have some dough, cream, coffee, so either it's a dessert or it's chaos. Your job is simple. Look at the evidence, piece it together, and guess what was made before I reveal the dish. Can you figure out what was cooked? All right, that's it. That's the scene. We've got dough, cream, coffee, a dirty cutting board, and a suspiciously clean pie plate. I've got a theory, but before I say it out loud, I want you to drop your guess in the comments. What do you think was made here? A dinner, a dessert, something in between? So drop your guess in the comments before the countdown starts, because that's when this case gets blown wide open. All right, this is it. 10 seconds to lock in your guess. And no pressure, but it's just that your entire internet reputation is going to be on the line. Could it be pie? Could it be a crime against dairy? I've seen worse. 5 seconds left, and I hope you don't say tiramisu because that one will age poorly. Okay, pencils down. It is time for the big reveal. When we first walked the crime scene, everything smelled like dessert. A mixer fitted with a dough hook, a fine dusting of flour across the counter, a rolling pin abandoned mid-task. Heavy cream sat out beside a clean pie plate. Too many sweet clues to ignore. At first glance, this looks like a bakery in progress. Maybe a cream pie? Maybe a batch of biscuits? Perhaps a tiramisu in progress. The kind that needs both coffee and cream. Even a shortbread or coffee cake might have fit the mold at this point. And speaking of coffee, the grounds scattered on the counter seem like a dead giveaway. Coffee cream pie maybe, a mocha cake, a tiramisu. The story practically wrote itself if you stopped at the surface. But the longer we looked, the more it started to unravel. That pie plate, spotless, not just clean, it was completely unused. And the coffee cup nearby told a different story. Not a mixing vessel, just evidence of a tired cook. Someone drinking, not baking. Or maybe someone just plotting their own caffeine-fueled heist. Then a dirty pan streaked with a white sauce residue. Cream cooked down, flour blended in, not whipped, reduced. Suddenly, dessert wasn't the only option. This could have been the start to a creamy bechamel, a chicken pie filling maybe, or dare I say, a lasagna soup. Then, there was a jar of flour next to the butter. At first glance, a setup for a pastry. But being next to a pan hinted something else, thickening a sauce rather than folding in sweetness. Or maybe it was the start of something ambitious, never seen before, a dessert casserole. That was the first real crack in a sugary glass story. And then came the note. Remember, 6 pies. It sounds domestic, almost charming, but when we opened the dishwasher, there they were, 6 dirty plates all smeared with the same pale sauce. 6 pies, 6 plates, and, if you caught it, 6 rounds pressed out from that floury mess on the counter. You could almost see the cutter marks. Those weren't pie shells, they were toppers. Perhaps mini tarts? Or, for all I know, someone practicing pastry origami. The cutting board told the rest. Chicken scraps, a probe reading 168, just above 165, and a pair of dirty used black gloves. The savory theory was gaining ground. Could this be a casserole? And in the trash, the clinchers. Carrot peels, onion ends, celery stalks. Not dessert trimmings. Stock ingredients. Sweet options faded with every discarded peel. Or maybe someone just hates carrots. Who can say? And just when it all seemed to fit, the scene gave up its final secret. Tiny green dots. Peas hidden around the kitchen. A trail of clues hiding in plain sight. Suddenly, the coffee, the cream, the pie plate, it all flipped. This wasn't a pastry crime. It was a comfort crime. Case closed. The dish was chicken pot pie. Sweet? Not this time. The cook wasn't baking a dessert. So how'd you do this time? Did you nail it or did you totally get it wrong? Either way, you are now an accomplice. So if you don't subscribe, you're basically admitting guilt. And hit that little bell too, because that'll keep you out of witness protection. So thank you for watching until the end, and the next crime is waiting for you. So hit the link at the end of the video before the evidence gets cold.